What is a value ladder? Now, I want you to know how to ascend. I'm going to teach you in this video how to ascend customers throughout your products through different tiered prices without losing them. And this is how I'll sell products that are $1 and also $50,000. Let's dive in. All right, so loosely drawn, this is the value ladder. This was a concept that was pioneered a lot by Russell Brunson. Others along the way, he pushed a lot of it though. And what's cool about the value ladder is the value ladder actually, some of you guys asked the question, and I know some of you guys run into this, where you think internet marketing might be a scam or a trap. I think of the guy from Star Wars, it's a trap. It's not a trap, okay? The reason why the value ladder is so powerful is because how it allows you to naturally ascend people throughout your different product levels. And this is how I, as a marketer, as a CMO in my company, I'm a CEO too, I just hate being it. So as a CMO, this is how I will design my product line so that I don't, number one, get distracted, but number two, so I don't lose customers. So I'm gonna teach you some cool principles about this. All right, now looking at the value ladder, there's a few things that you need to know about it. That doesn't mean that you only need 3 products. Think of these more as phases than, hey, you can only have 3 products. I strongly recommend that you have fewer products than more, though. It helps a lot and confuses your customers less. What I want to share with you, though, is really the role of each of these phases. So let's just start right here at the bottom. I create things at the bottom of value ladder, things that are free or cheap, things that are honestly just really that. I only make those when I'm running out of leads or noise, right? If I'm starting to realize that my main core of my business is starting to run out of leads and I'm starting, we gotta get a boost of attention in the direction of our company, then it's time for me to go create something free-ish, cheapish, right? Down towards the bottom right there. And my intent isn't actually to make much money with it. Its intent is to break even so that I can sell people into the next tier automatically. I'll show you more as we move forward. What's the middle though? I like to create, whatever you went into your entrepreneurial journey to do is the core of your business, right? That pays for your business systems. This is just to keep your doors open. This keeps the doors open. This keeps people paid. This keeps whatever, how much business costs you got going on. This pays you your salary. Okay, this is the stuff that I use, consistent sales, middle price point, that just kind of, if I sell one of them a day, it keeps me in business and keeps everything working and people fed, and one a day sales at that price point works out for me. Okay, now that's kind of different for everybody and different for every industry, so I can't make a blanket statement on price points. Everyone always asks that. But just know that this is the core of my entire business. This is what drives, when I get a sale here, I know my business is staying alive. All right, now the one at the top is the personal payout. Please be a capitalist pig. Please choose to build a profitable company. You have to design profits so they don't come. So what I did is I dedicated a part of my value ladder that when I get a sale here, it equals personal payout, baby, right? I'm going to take that money and I'm going to go off and invest it and do a bunch of stuff that this channel is not about, right? But go in and make sure that you are getting paid big. And this is what keeps my salary. But I want to get paid a lot. And so I'm going to go do this up at the top right there. Okay. So this is the different roles for me of the different value ladder. This is when I know, you know what, it's time for me to create this, or it's time for me to create this, or it's time for me to create this. You know, I don't have something that pays me out big. I need something at the top. Or you know what, my business systems, they're paid for, but they're kind of starting to get a little more expensive. And I can't drop costs, so we should launch something else that's kind of in the middle as well. And that's kind of how I interface with the value ladder. Now, there's only 2 numbers we care about in the marketing game, okay? That should really help. There's so many, how many conversions did we get? You know, obviously that's a great one, but if you're like, how many impressions, how many, I don't really look at that stuff. The only 2 numbers I really look at that measures success is this is it. Let's say I got a thing down here at the bottom, and the average cart value was $100. Means the average person came in, and on average, all right, they spent $100 per session in my sales funnel right there. But my cost to acquire, cost per acquisition, that's the other number we care about. We only care about average cart value and cost per acquisition. The other number we care about right there is so huge because let's say the average cart value was 100, but the cost per acquisition was 100. That means I made no money. That's not a loss. That's actually $1 million scenario because we've acquired them. What do I do with them after we've acquired them? We just ascend them, okay? So if I have a list now of people who've been buying and opting in, I don't have to pay to acquire them again. They're already on my list. I've acquired them. I don't have to pay Zuckerberg any more money to get my ad in front of people, they're already on my list. They're on my email list. The list is the huge power of this whole game. So if I've average cart value $100, now I'm spending $100 to acquire that $100, like, oh no. In the past, I totally thought that was a failure, but I didn't know it. I was gathering this gigantic list. And what should I do next? Man, once the funnel's over, I just tell them about the next thing, right? So, okay, sweet. Now of the people who see that, let's say the average cart value of this one is $1,000, but my cost per acquisition is what? Nothing. I already acquired them down here. That's why when people say like, this internet game's a scam. No, it's not. We just understand this. This is so huge. It's one of the reasons VC firms and stuff, they don't like me, because I'm teaching how to not have to go do what Shark Tank teaches and tries to get you to do. You don't have to get a loan if you can control the front end of your business. You don't have to get a loan, right? I'm saying for acquisition purposes, okay? You don't have to get a loan though if you know how to go and acquire people for basically free. That's why I know if, oh my gosh, my business systems are getting too expensive, I should just create another front end and try and break even on it and send the leads there. Then it's pure profit. Does that make sense? That's the beauty of this game. Okay, well, the pattern just continues. Let me draw it again. What should I do with the people who've bought or opted in here? And I'm running ads here, I'm running ads here, and people are coming in, they're buying, and the cost per acquisition is now 0. I'm just gonna go send them to the next thing again, man. And that's gonna be the thing that's really, honestly, pretty pricey, especially for the personal payout. Consulting fees that I charge are usually 20 to 50 grand, mastermind is 50 grand. And so for me, that's my personal payout. It's not related to the main company, but this serves leads up there. And so average cart value, $50,000, cost per acquisition, 0, right? That's why this game's so huge. That's why the validator is such a big deal. So let me tell you a few things that I know people always trip up on once they see this, because it's exciting, but I don't want you to go down the scary rabbit hole. Before I go on to what I was just about to say there, go ahead and hit the like and the subscribe button. Please let me know down below if you're liking this. But actually, more importantly, I'd like to know, how many products have you launched? I have launched I'm coming up on 100 products personally in the last 7-8 years. And the first 34 sucked. The 46 after that did really, really well. And they've been amazing. But I'll also tell you that having tons and tons of products and all this stuff creates nasty confusion. I would love to know. It'd be fun. Little scorecard down below, everyone. Ooh, competition. How many products have you launched? Tell everyone down below. All right, I'm going to tell you the number one reason people don't get started now that you know this. They're like, oh my gosh, Steven, that's so cool. I totally get it. I understand why you guys do what you do now. It's like, yeah, it's really exciting stuff. The whole name of the game is acquiring at break even. If you make money, sweet. But then you send them to your actual stuff and it's free, pure profit, right? The thing that makes people not move forward though, is they think they have to know what all of those are before they start going. Not so. Not the case at all. Okay, here's how I build once I know, or at least have an idea around this. So I don't even worry about these. I don't worry about the bottom of the value ladder. I don't worry about the top of the value ladder. Who tells me what those should be? The market, which means I don't have to be a creative genius. All I do is I focus on my main core product, the reason I became a business, the thing that I am uniquely gifted at for the marketplace. Whatever your unique offer or value is, just focus on that. And how do you find out what these things are at the top and the bottom? The market freaking tells you. It's really nice. What they say is, hey Steve, I went in and I bought this thing and it's so cool. And they give me over here what I call my big old bucket of feedback, right? This is my bucket of feedback. And some of their feedback has to do with the main thing that I just sold them. And a lot of their feedback, though, they don't know it, but a lot of them are like, Steven, do you have a book? I'm like, oh, that's a good future thing at the bottom. Steven, do you have a mastermind? How do I get consulting hours with you? Is there a way do you have an event? Okay. And what's powerful about this is that you get led. You don't have to actually come up with all the answers on your own. And it's the beauty of it. Just get good at being a good listener. Be a good detective. And this value ladder game, the game we all play on the internet, understanding this, really, it just comes down to you doing it one time really cool, not 3. Hey guys, I got a free gift here for you. I know that was a lot of stuff. Go to ofasignup.com and you'll learn more about the strategies that I'm teaching right here, how we actually play this internet game so that it's not a trap. Okay, go to ofasignup.com. There's a free mini course teaching some funnel skills across 5 days. It's free. Go check it out.